This is just another video on fixing mistakes. Here we've got some garter stitch, and if we lost just the last stitch that we'd knit off the needles and it had come out, it's quite easy to fix that. All we need to do is, we could pop it back on the left needle and then knit it. To get it back on the needles, or we could just insert the needle in the way as if we were going to knit it, and just sort of use our left hand like a needle, hang on to it, wrap the yarn around and pass the stitch over. So that's if it just fell down just one row. But what if it fell down even further? What if it fell off and the yarn came out, but the dog grabbed it and it, yanked on it and pulled it, and it actually dropped down even further? So if that happens, you've actually, when that happens, you're always going to lose 2 rows because you sort of will have just finished knitting it this way and then knit it that way. You will have lost 2. So those 2 strands of yarn is actually the 2 rows, and then that last strand will finish off for the 3rd one. So here's the stitch here, and we need to go through these 2 loops. So you can see that here it's actually got a purl bump on it. So the last thing that happened to it was a purl, like this one here is a purl, here's a purl. So we need to do a knit, and the knit needs to come from the bottom strand, and then a purl which will come from the top strand. Probably the easiest way to do this is to have it standing up straight and put this loop of yarn around it like a necklace. So actually the one that's on the top is actually the first one. I'll just show you that, you can see it. And so that's the bottom strand, but if I sort of turn it and put it over it like that, that strand there is actually the bottom one. And if I get a crochet hook and I insert it in and grab that, so I'm going to insert it and pull that through like a knit, and then this here is the top strand, so I'll insert the crochet hook from the other direction and grab that to create a purl, and then now it's ready for that last yarn to finish it off. It might be a little bit loosey-goosey on the end, but when you block your work or if you seam it, then it should all be fine in the end.